This game is so good, man. Snackbird, I mean. Howdy, Pete. Howdy, Simon. Howdy, Peepaw. This could be the run, man. It could be. First level on the ice island. Yep, it gets pretty hard pretty fast outside of the first island. Damn, bro, I don't know. Oh, maybe I can... I don't know, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Runs have been okay. We got to, like... I don't know, we got to lullaby skip on, like, poopy pace yesterday. Like, it was a bad run from the very beginning, but it wasn't, like... It wasn't, like, dead until lullaby skip, which I guess is okay. But yeah, the ice world, if you're I've finished the ice world in Snackbird. I've almost finished the whole game, but I will say the candy world is by far my favorite part. The candy world and the well, there's more, but I can't say it. Can't spoil it, but yeah, the candy world and stuff in that direction, I guess. That like really elevates the game for me. It's like a new mechanic that, like, in hindsight, the base game, like the original Snakebird game, feels incomplete without this mechanic. It's kind of crazy. Miss Angel game. It had a good run, man. It had a really good run. For a game that someone threw together in 2 hours, it had a really good run. But I definitely do not feel any motivation to play that right now. I should probably add the Discord. Gotta mash though. Hopefully we'll find another good stream game. Oops. I'd like to have something else to play, like, after 100% runs or something. I mean, I could just play random casual stuff that seems like it could potentially be good stream content. But it's nice to have a reliable game like Angel Game to fall back on. Wingspan, isn't that like a board game? Overwatch 2? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Oh, I thought I messed up there. Thought I was about to have to do a billion extra pauses. Thanks, Tanner. You have Tassel. I'm glad you love them. I also love them. Very good. $100 subs. You could always do that. That is always on the table. That's always on the table. One day I will jump into this flower. How am I doing? Doing pretty well. Just went for a nice walk. Got a nice snackbird puzzle cooking in my brain. Oh yeah, I spent a billion hours today trying to solve the Dongo Grotto again because it has become clear that it is still sometimes failing for reasons I don't understand. So I have a new slightly adjusted strat that hopefully will solve all my problems, and if not, I'm gonna have to go full autism on it, I think. And like literally take notes on every single frame data possibility for the entire movement in the entire grotto and see which ones don't work. And come up with a different game plan for every combination of frames for every fucking thing. But hopefully my idea just works instead. Nice, Peepaw. Congrats on beating the puzzle. Whoops. I don't think I need to play Grim Fandango, honestly. I tried Monkey Island, which is like from the same studio, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's much earlier in their history, but I wasn't really big into Monkey Island. So don't feel like I need to try Grim Fandango that desperately. But there is, I should consult the society list. There's probably some good stuff on there. I've already played a few of those games since then. Like, I played Mushihime-sama, or was that on there? Oh god. I played Monolith. I think that was on there. They renamed it, but whatever Monolith is called now. Yo, Alec. Did I plant any Pikmin? I am a hater of the Pikmin game. But I'm sure Misa planted some flowers, I think is how it works. We don't plant the Pikmin. I mean, the Pikmin are kind of flowers, but it's different, I guess. I don't know. I hate that Misa has psyoped me into talking about this on stream as well. I already have to hear her talk about it 24 hours a day. Stream is supposed to be my only respite from Pikmin talk. Simon, thanks for the 5 months, dude. Hashtag road to moon crash, so true. Yeah, I'm just... That classic adventure game style doesn't really do it for me, I don't know. The gameplay doesn't really do it for me. I mean, I like the funny stuff. But most of your time is not spent dealing with the funny stuff, unless you like use a walkthrough. Most of your time is spent trying to figure out the puzzles, which is like, they're just not very... The actual experience of solving the puzzles is not super interesting in my opinion. How was Wormholes? It was good. Yeah, I liked it. The climax of the game was definitely when I did the rocket long before I was supposed to do the rocket, which is what took me like 5 hours. Like, dude, it's crazy. The stuff that I had to figure out to do that rocket, you know, how to break the fence and flip upside down and climb on the walls and Ouroboros myself and all that. That stuff, like, if you go through the game normally, it baits you into doing that stuff. It doesn't just like show you what to do. It like hard baits you into doing it so that you like have no other option than to learn how to do that stuff. And I just had to like summon those possibilities out of thin air, which was very satisfying. So I'm very glad that I did it that way. But it did make it so that the difficulty really dropped off afterwards. That might be my best ever. It was definitely really good. Dude, you gotta get up there. But yeah, there were, I did kind of like some parts of World 8. World 8 just kind of like, some of it was just kind of, some of it was not that fresh, but some of them like had brand new possibilities that just hadn't been explored in any of the previous worlds. There were some pretty unhinged, there were some pretty unhinged ones toward the end. I don't know how to say more than that without spoiling. Let me just describe this one. If you care about being spoiled on Can of Wormholes, just mute for like 20 seconds or 30 seconds. So there's this one where it looks so obviously impossible. You just don't have the pieces to do it, or like you would have the pieces to do it, but it seems like there's no way to get out of the initial position without dropping one of the logs into the water. And then what you have to realize is you are supposed to drop it in the water. You're not supposed to try and save it. And what you're supposed to do is take the other piece that you have, which is a 3 long piece, but it's like 2 horizontal and then 1 that sticks up into the air. And then you're supposed to drop that into the hole. And then to fill the other hole, when you drop it into the hole, like the horizontal part goes into the hole, and then the vertical part sticks up out of the hole, and then the hole closes and like snaps shut and cuts it. Cuts it so that the vertical piece that's sticking up turns into a little pellet that you can eat. That was fucked up, man. Like, you have to, so anyway, you have to eat the pellet and then you can grow to the right size to fill the other hole. It's just crazy because you never think about that in the entire 24 hours of game that you've played up to that point. You never think about the thing closing as a mechanic, right? Like, you never think about that as having consequences. So, that was very interesting. I feel like most game designers, even if they had realized that they could do something like that, they just would not do that. But, that's what it takes to bring out more possibilities from Steven Sausage Roll mechanics, I guess. Steven Sausage Roll and Pipe Push Paradise. But yeah, I'm enjoying Snackbird. I'm enjoying Snackbird more than Wormholes, I would say. They're both very similar, and I was tweeting about this, but it's interesting how they're both very much like not really like a big new idea that kind of carries the game. They're both like exploring very well-trodden territory, you know? Like I said, Wormholes is very much like Steven Sausage Roll and Pipe Push Paradise, which are games that have been out for a long time. And a lot of people have played, especially Steven Sausage Roll. But it manages to like change up the basic mechanics just enough to like, yeah, to where there's quite a few surprises along the way and interesting little twists to figure out. And then Snackbird is like taking, you know, obviously it's very derivative of Snakebird, but it by adding a couple of twists, one of them especially is genius, but by adding a couple of pretty simple twists on the Snakebird mechanics, it manages to, and also just by being willing to go even harder, being willing to make puzzles that are even harder than the base Snakebird puzzles, it manages to pull out a lot more interesting possibilities from those mechanics. But yes, Snackbird, I'm enjoying more. It's more consistently challenging, and it's more. Maybe that's just the main. Maybe that's the main reason why I like it more. You're enjoying reading books? I don't think you really need to. Okay, like I don't really use the library. I probably should. But can't you just kind of like keep the books as long as you want and they'll like bother you, but it doesn't really matter? I mean, it matters if someone else wants the book, but like...
You never heard of a library fine?
Are there fines?
Yeah.
Is that a thing everywhere? Because there is a fine? Okay. I kind of thought you could just get away with it. Maybe not. Just like that one Seinfeld episode. I swear some places there's no fine and you can just do whatever you want.
Probably at like your school or something they didn't fine you. Cause that
I
would
bet.
be kind of mean if you fined like kids.
Well. Your beach condo. Damn. Are you still reading Dick? Still reading that Dick stuff?
Did you get a perfect postman push?
I got a really good one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
I missed
probably
it.
my best one.
I was cleaning, I didn't see it.
I don't know if perfect is even possible, man. It was pretty good though. Yo, thanks Prac. Happy Pride to you as well. Bro, I can't believe they bombed Iran in Pride Month. This is fucked up. They should have waited. They should have waited. I just heard Misa breathe super deeply in fear of me bringing up politics. Okay, bro. Yeah, see, it's never me. I'm never the problem when politics gets brought up. It's always Chris. Or some. But yeah, that's actually low key. Actually low key based. I'm not gonna pretend to understand what's happening in the world anyway. I know that won't stop you guys from doing that, but... I don't know, I think the most pro-gay move Trump has ever pulled is that little dance he does. You know what I'm saying?
Can you do it?
Don't ask me difficult questions like that. What am I doing? It's big in the gay community, is it actually? I mean, Trump, like, say what you will about his politics, but like, for an 80-something-year-old dude, he's kind of got something going on. It's undeniable.
It's drugs.
Well, it's definitely drugs, yeah. I'm not saying anything. Look, I didn't say anything. Bombs don't really penetrate things. I mean, not...
But, I mean, gravity's rainbow. Maybe that was a gay
Oh yeah,
book.
we did all read. It was definitely a gay book. Actually, I don't know. Was there any gay sex in that book? There's a lot of straight sex.
Maybe the missiles were some kind of gay symbolism.
What is this lag, bro? No, they weren't gay symbolism. They were just dicks. It's just dicks. Dicks don't have to be gay. Is that's not high enough. Am I stupid or what? I should probably count. I hope no one from GDQ staff comes in here right now and cancels my run. I do not, my chat's opinions do not represent me or something. I don't like that at all. This is terrible. Thanks, Burp. Alright, attempting a new strat in the grotto, slightly adjusted. What am I doing? I did the buffers all wrong, but whatever. I didn't mean to buffer at the landing. Brother. I really want to reset this. I really want to reset this. It's just... Thanks, Morph. Why have I gotten so much unusual lag this run? Like, I try not to blame lag differences, but like, Hidden Owl, I got screwed by way more lag than usual, and then there I got screwed by way more lag than usual on that hover. Alright, I'll put the life on screen, god damn it. Sometimes you just get the cosmic ray that causes double lag. My real opinions? You don't know what my real opinions are. Maybe maybe you're too hinged for my real opinions too. Maybe everyone's too hinged for my real opinions. Thanks, 12th. For the good luck. The good news is my strat for clipping out of bounds in the grotto didn't instantly fail. I pause buffered at that moment because when I was testing it today, I spent like 2 hours testing Dodongo Grotto today, and a lot of that time I spent pausing there. Or buffering with KZ or whatever, frame advancing with KZ. I'm probably less than a minute behind, though. Surely that's fine. Thanks, Tommy. Time to look at my snake birds again. This seems so impossible, dude. Oh. Oh, wait. No. The fuck, man? Yo, BD. What's this emote? Song of Healing, kind of a banger. I won't argue against it. Get in there, you bitch. I have to invert like really soon. Can you tell I have still not fixed my squeaky Z button? I was thinking about doing it today, but then I spent forever on Dodongo Grotto, and then I got tired and took a nap and stuff. I don't know, I'm just gonna crack this thing open and see what happens. I'm pushing it to the end of Twin Islands with this in-game time, or later. What? I guess I'm gonna push it a little more. This is really late to invert, so either the run is like actually kind of okay despite what happened earlier, or it's dead, and I'm fine with either possibility. That was scary. Do I have time to get this bomb drop? I'll just delay the bomb pull a little bit. It is so late. Wow. I gotta... What are you doing? What are you saying? Autism. I diagnose you with terminal autism. How does that not work? Maybe I should have just used my chew there and then done my strat for Woodfall Bosky skip to try to keep the run alive. Oh, Jigglypuff. What the Oops. I think the run's just dead to in-game time now. We'll see. Maybe I should just reset it now. I feel like, well, I'll just do another run if it dies before aliens. But yeah, I love the Chew Hess off the torch. There's actually a very similar thing you can do off of the torch in Clocktown. If you exit the bomb shop and then you like walk like one step and then you turn and do that same thing, you can Chew Hess off the torch and save like 1 second exiting Clocktown compared to like a bomb recoil, the normal bomb recoil strat. Unfortunately, we don't have a Chew for that. I'm getting real impatient with this, dude. Gotta do better. We are running all masks. Hello. Please turn around. What the fuck? I think the run's kind of dead though. Thinking about resetting, but I'm gonna take it to aliens before I reset. Cause next run will be the last run. Yo, what if what if I did show up just covered in tats that y'all have never seen before? I mean, I could show up like wearing something very autistic. People show up wearing... Shifts showed up at that one event dressed as Mr. Incredible for some reason. I think that was it. I think it was Mr. Incredible. I guess the scenario where this run could be continuable is like... I get the lucky bomb drop from the first group of bushes, and then I just soar to Milk Road. That's not actually too much slower than rolling. Bunny Hot Topic cringe t-shirts? I don't exactly know what you're referring to. Seems like something Misa might know about though.
wear bunny t-shirts from Hot Topic.
You look like you know about Hot Topic. Well, you don't look like it, but I know you.
Only when Hot Topic started having Mario t-shirts.
Thought you were gonna say Naruto.
Yeah. And then Naruto t-shirts.
Yeah, warm up. You gotta warm up the first 50 minutes and then reset. That's the way of this category. Don't love this. Simon is asking about your boiled steak. Misa just has me eating... I just probably rolled on top of the chest again, didn't I? Oh no. Misa just has me eating like, incredible. 2 pounds of ground beef per day.
It is not 2 pounds.
That's my entire diet. She's trying to fatten me up, man. Okay, I gotta remember how to do this pause buffering. It's kind of weird. Does this even work? Okay. That is not how to do it. I was moving my hand over the A button and I got it there too late. Well, I guess... Yeah, I should adjust how I'm holding the controller while he's climbing instead of afterwards. Good thing I do not give a single solitary shit about that run. It's so terrible. I think I was over a minute behind already. Alright, it's Snakebird time. How the fuck is this possible, man?
I know, I killed the run.
Oh, wait.
My bite. I'm surprised they let people upload like graveyards and like cemeteries and like
Why?
people's
The Pikmin?
gravestones as like spots on Pikmin. I don't know, that just seems a little weird.
Wait, people's actual grave? Is it like a
Yeah,
famous
this is
person
like-
or?
I don't know. It's like maybe it is. It's all in Japanese, so I don't really know.
No, I'm not nervous about the GDQ run. I'll be nervous when it happens, but... but, hopefully not that nervous. What a brilliant t-shirt that is, people.
Yeah, that's the bunny. Okay, I did have this bunny when I was in like elementary school. I had that bunny. It always had a knife in its
XD.
hand. Yeah, it was like
XD.
a killer bunny. And it always had
Oh, is
an
this actually
attitude.
free? It's actually free. It's so solved. Whoops. Could I dedicate my GDQ run to Puzzle Kitty? I'll dedicate it to Puzzle Kitty if it goes well. I'll dedicate it to... I'm not gonna say... I'm not gonna say who I'm gonna dedicate it to if it doesn't go well. Damn, I'm so obsessed with Snakebird right now. Sample name if it goes well. That would be nice. Spikle. That is the first name that came to mind. I'll start out the run by dedicating it to sample name, but if it's really good, then at the end I'll say just kidding about the sample name thing. I dedicate it to Puzzle Kitty. How about that? Or if it's really bad, I'll also change it to someone else, maybe Imbued.
Did you tell chat that we saw a beaver today?
No, I didn't. Chat, we saw a fucking beaver crossing the road today. What is going on? Nowhere near a body of water. Well, I guess there is some water sort of nearby, but it was not very close to that water. It was awesome. It was really weird looking. I was like, I thought it was like up close. I didn't like see its tail. Maybe its tail got chopped off or something. But I thought it was like a mixture of an otter and a capybara. That's what it looked like to me. And then Misa was like, it's probably a beaver. Yeah, he definitely should have been building a dam. What if he was damming up the road? That'd be cool.
I'm pretty sure capybaras are like way bigger.
Yeah, I'm not really talking about the size. It's just like the face.
Okay.
And some of the like thickness, you know. It was thicker than an otter. And fuzzier.
That's because it was a beaver.
I believe you. It's just, it wasn't near water. Like, why would I think it was a beaver? It wasn't near water and it didn't have a tail. Or at least I didn't see it. Beavers hate the sound of flowing water? How could that... Well, I guess that's why they dam it up. Is that actually... This seems like a meme, I don't know. Pretty surprised I'm still ahead here. I'm sure it's not worth nearly enough for me to want to kill a beaver and deal with the mess.
You can get a free hat. Or those
I already have a really
hats,
good hat.
not beaver hats.
I think that is a raccoon thing. It's worth a lot in Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm sure that's realistic. I guess that game is very realistic in a lot of ways. That's where I live in Red Dead Redemption 2. I live in Snakebird Land, man. Wait, what? The government dropped 76 beavers out of an airplane with parachutes? What? That wasn't even in the LSD arc. What were they smoking back then? Were they trying to, like, affect the shape of some river or something somewhere? I guess they were doing LSD experiments in the 40s, weren't they? Pension gets into this. Yeah, I think the Nazis were doing some of the LSD experiments during World War II. Dude, I had it. What am I... What was that sound? Am I hearing things? I just went really far out. Okay. That would not surprise me, Aloe. Thinking about trying something super different for postman push setup. Maybe it was cold and he was happy. He didn't really seem like much of a... He didn't seem like a particularly happy guy, though. He seemed kind of angry. Anyone else get that impression about Hitler? Just me? I don't know, maybe the white people were winning. I don't think I want to watch the Hitler footage right now. I'm good. Thanks, though. I mean, I'm not going to be able to judge whether he's on drugs or not. I'm not a drugs expert. Okay, I'm going to try something... I'm going to try something fresh here. How about that? I can't tell whether that's going to be 100% consistent or not. You gotta do a backflip, man. You're bored? Go get food.
Did I eat anything after I said I was really hungry
No,
last time?
no. I told you to eat more.
And I didn't? I just didn't eat more.
Yeah, we went for a walk.
Oh.
Yeah, go eat the rest of the ground beef. Are we almost out of that, by the way?
We have like 3 more.
Oh, okay. Hey, go eat something. I'll kill the run while you're gone.
Okay. Good luck with that. I know you're good at that.
Wow. Ouch. Ouch. Can we get out?
Yes.
Aloe says bye. Alright, Misa's gone. Post all your most bannable comments. I'll dedicate it to Hitler if it's above estimate time. which is 230, I think. In 1900, white people were over 30% of the world's population. Now we're at like 70%, yeah. Because first world countries don't know how to make babies anymore. First world countries got one-shotted by condoms. All of the countries that are above replacement fertility are like in Africa, I feel like. Maybe India? I don't know. Africa and the Middle East. I mean, if we drop if we drop enough bombs on the Middle East, maybe the percentages will change. No, something about not having access to condoms makes you crave having 10 children. Yeah, South Korea is really bad. Howdy, Don. Thank you. How's it going? Just read Peepaw's comment. I was actually reading an extremely unhinged Twitter thread about how it's a moral imperative that we give mandatory plastic surgery to all women so that they'll be more attractive, so that men will want to make babies with them more, or something like that. Yeah. Universal basic implants, that's what it was. Universal basic implants was the argument. Which, I mean, you gotta respect it as bait, but like, come on. If that were true, if that worked, why is Korea the worst? Why does Korea have the lowest fertility, or, you know, fertility rate? I guess that's what it's called, fertility rate of every single country. I think it's just so backwards. I think you have to it's not backwards. It just doesn't even have to do with that. The reasoning just is not even in the right spot, you know? You're not even reasoning in the right direction, because the problem is that we have too much money, and so we can just afford to not have kids. You don't need your kids to slave away on your farmland anymore. And you know, there's options for birth control, so you can just get away with doing all the degenerate cooming you want to do and not have kids. That is the problem that needs to be solved. The problem is not that people are not attracted to each other and so they're not having sex. People are having sex still. I mean, I guess they're having less sex. Apparently Zoomers are having a lot less sex. But That's probably because they're all depressed. I think we need to make the world suck less, and then maybe people will be happy and want to have kids. Easier said than done, but you know. Well, that's how it is. That's how it is now. If you just have tons of money to, oh my god, if you just have tons of money to spare, then you start thinking, okay, maybe I could have kids. But even still, a lot of people just choose not to. A lot of people are materially very comfortable and don't just decide not to. There's also a lot of weird ideology. You know, a lot of people are convinced that it's unethical to have a child and stuff like that. Maybe not a lot of people, but I've seen it on Reddit, okay? Some people. Redditors, at the very least, are convinced. Come on, dude. Oh, it's from last run. My bad. It's actually a good run so far. I forget like half the time to remove that thing. Embarrassing. And bad for bomb count as well. I think I know what I did. I think I did something wrong. I think I didn't do my new strat correctly. I was supposed to hold right a little bit more at the beginning of the mega flip. It's 802. Yeah, I just gotta grind these new things. These things that I'm making more consistent or more safe or whatever before GDQ, I gotta grind them in practice a lot tomorrow. And then hopefully it'll be more consistent for runs tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm not gonna start another one right now. I'm gonna play Snakebird offline. See you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.